If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
The Roger Stone Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
All right, I want to bring on Joel Gilbert. Joel Gilbert is an investigative journalist and a documentary filmmaker. He very specifically is the guy who broke the story last week that Congressman Eric Swalwell of California now faces charges himself of mortgage fraud. Now, he's faced a barrage of controversy in recent years from his alleged extramarital affair with a communist Chinese spy named Fang Fang during the time that he was a member of the House Intelligence Committee and therefore capable of accessing classified information. Then there was his infamous on-air mishap in 2019 on Hardball, Chris Matthews, where I think he actually publicly, I don't know how you say it, broke wind. But now there's a new revelation that's raised even more serious questions about both his integrity and his eligibility to serve in Congress. Joel Gilbert, welcome to the Roger Stone Show.
Great to be back. Thank you, Roger.
So what happened here, Joel? Explain this to us.
Well, I've been pulling mortgage data from a number of politicians, including Letitia James, as you know, and it's all online. It's all public. So I looked in D.C., and sure enough, Eric Swalwell's mortgage was online. And when I downloaded it, I was pretty shocked, well, not totally shocked, to see that he declared his Washington, D.C. home to be his principal residence. Now, there's a problem with that because he's supposed to be a principal resident of the state of California. Did a little more digging. It turns out he does not have any residence at all in the state of California, which puts him in violation of the U.S. Constitution, which requires Congress members to be inhabitants of their home state. And California Elections Code 349 goes even further. It requires congressmen to have a domicile and a habitation that's fixed. They can't have a P.O. box. They have to have a home. So he's either committing election fraud in California or he's committing mortgage fraud in D.C. And that opened up a whole nother can of worms for Eric Swalwell, because looking at his campaign disclosures since 2011, he's been in Congress. 2011, he owes $100,000 in student loans and over $100,000 in credit card debt. Flash forward 2024 campaign, nothing changed. He hasn't paid off his credit cards or his student loans in 12 years. So you got to ask, well, where in the world is his $174,000 salary going every year? And even the house that he bought in D.C. is kind of an average, kind of dumpy house, and he had to borrow $1.2 million for it. So I think there's a lot of red flags in this guy. His finances are a mess. The fact that he doesn't have a verifiable home in California, the fact that he claimed Washington, D.C. as his principal residence. Now, if you compare him to Maxine Waters, of all people, Maxine Waters owns a home in Los Angeles, and in her mortgage document I looked at, her house in Washington, D.C. is her second home. That's what it's supposed to be. It's actually listed as her second home. So Maxine Waters pays a little higher interest rates because of it's a second home. Swalwell's taking advantage, just like Letitia James did, to say, well, this is my principal residence, so he can get lower interest rates. But it's dishonest, and I was happy to see that Swalwell was referred to the DOJ for an investigation.
Well, it's interesting. I saw him on TV yesterday basically saying, threatening those who are investigating him, saying, when we get the power back in the House, I hope that you're ready to be subpoenaed and explain why you investigated our wrongdoing. That's the only way I could read that. But couldn't you read that as obstruction of justice in his current case?
It's easy to get stuck reaching for the same familiar fruits and vegetables, even when you know a colorful variety is key. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements don't replace fruits and vegetables, but it makes it easy to add more variety to what you already eat. With 31 ingredients that are whole fruits and vegetables, switching it up is easy because we've already taken care of the hard part. Go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement, plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code POD.
This episode is brought to you by eBay. Buying parts for your car? You'll know that will it work feeling. But on eBay, buying parts is different. eBay's free returns means if it doesn't fit or if it isn't what you expected, you just print a label, drop it off, and get your refund fast. No haggling, no stress, and at least 30 days to return any eligible item. Millions of parts, free returns. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
You don't technically need this car. You say that out loud to yourself. You say, I have no space. You say, I'm just looking. Then you click. Then you zoom in on photo number 87 and whisper, oh no. Then you text a friend, the one who always enables you. You say to yourself, this is the last one, knowing it is not. You don't need this car. But maybe, just maybe, this car needs you. Bring a trailer. It's never just a car.
A message from McAfee. Wondering why the post office is texting you or why you owe thousands of dollars in toll fees? Because someone's trying to scam you. The good news? McAfee can help. With McAfee's award-winning scam detection, it's easy to tell what's real and what's fake over text, in your inbox, and online. If they're
You want a free gift?
Seriously? If they're faking it, they're not making it past us. Get award-winning scam detection today. McAfee.com/keepitreal.
I think when you make threats against investigators of any type, they can add that right to the list of possible charges. I think he should be investigated for that. When you see Swalwell on TV today, another thing stands out for me. Congress people usually look good. He's unshaven. It's not a beard. It's not shaved. He kind of looks like this hobo. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. He looks as though he knows he committed a crime and he's looking to, get himself, maybe not to be noticed. So he looks kind of strange. He acts strange. He's got all these strange controversies, and he needs to be investigated. You can't have a principal residence in Washington, no residence in your home state, and all these student loan debts. I mean, was he hoping that Biden was going to forgive his student loan debt? $100,000 in student loan debts. He's never paid them down. $100,000 in credit card debts. I can't figure out where all his money is going, but something's wrong with this guy.
Well, it's conceivable that he's taking style and fashion tips from Steve Bannon, because I can't understand why his aversion to soap and water. It's very, very strange. These are, I must say, trying times for those in the Make America Great movement. You have a number of controversies going on here. Kash Patel insists that the FBI has indeed correctly identified the murderer of Charlie Kirk. Incredible new documentary by my friend Tucker Carlson, which I think raises very serious questions about whether that is correct. Laura Loomer, another friend of mine, but attacking Tulsi Gabbard, which I objected to. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, attacking Donald Trump returning fire. The exposure of Steve Bannon as a close friend, both a political and business associate of Jeffrey Epstein, that surprised me even more. The president being forced to sign this bill that does away with the domestic hemp industry, which created thousands of jobs and I think created some medicinally beneficial products for people. But the House and Senate Republicans passing a bill which reopened the government, which the president was essentially required to sign in order to win that incredible victory, but doing away with that entire industry. I found that really, really troubling. So I'm reminded of the period in 1982 after President Ronald Reagan had cut taxes and had enacted his regulatory cuts, and the economy had not yet rallied, and many people were panicking. And wiser voices, Larry Kudlow among them, told us at the time that we needed to stay the course. I believe that's the best advice for this moment in American politics, that President Donald Trump has delivered the greatest single tax cuts in American history. He has extended them. That extension begins in this January. Due to his tariff policies, we're taking in not billions, but trillions of dollars from nations that were previously taking advantage of us. We have sealed our southern border. Thank God. We have undertaken the greatest mass deportation of dangerous illegal criminals in U.S. history. We are rebuilt our military strength. We are no longer letting men play in girls' sports. We've done away with the whole DEI agenda. I don't think the president's getting enough credit for his phenomenal accomplishments. Is he perfect? No, he's not perfect. No one said he's perfect. None among us is perfect. But it takes a long time to turn around an ocean liner. And America's decline was not going to be reversed in the less than a year that he has been president. So I am among those who believe that our greatest days still lie ahead, and I still believe that he will introduce a golden age of peace, prosperity, justice, security, and law and order. I want to thank my guest, Joel Gilbert, who writes often for the Gateway Pundit. He called the case of fraud against Eric Swalwell before anyone, and I want to stress that he did so with access to documents that anyone with a computer and half a brain can find. Joel, thanks for joining us today on The Roger Stone Show.
Thanks for listening to The Roger Stone Show. You can hear The Roger Stone Show Sunday afternoons at 3. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder,
what the heck is going on here?
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.